saying you should learn SQL if you want to get into data. But let's flip the script. Here are the few reasons why you might not want to learn SQL. Welcome to my cyberspace. Now let's get right into it. A lot of times, one of the top tools that you would see that they will ask incoming data analysts should learn is they should learn how to use SQL. Don't get me wrong, I'm not asking you not to learn SQL at all, but there are a few things you might want to consider before you think of you want to learn SQL. First of all, SQL is not a generally programming language as it were. I mean, it's a language in itself, but you can't do a whole lot of things with SQL, like for example, either building an app, a website, or just doing like fancy visualizations, right? SQL is mainly for like maintaining database or pulling data from a database. If you are working in an organization or a small organization where they don't have a very large data set and they care more about visualization, they care more about running the analysis, about just a bunch of things, just quick and dirty, SQL might not be the first tool you might want to learn, because other than you being able to pull the rows and the column of the data set, there's a limitation to what you can do with SQL. Also, one of the things you also need to know is that databases can be complex if you're just getting into data and there is so many tables, there's a relationship, there is how to merge, how to join, there is the advanced aspect of SQL. You might not want to learn SQL first of all because SQL has some of its complexity, and a lot of times somebody can even know how to run SQL very well, can know all the syntax, can know all of the aspect of SQL, and still not be a great data analyst just because they don't understand the fundamentals of statistics. SQL is a very simple programming language, so it might give you the illusion of you've arrived if you do not focus on important data analytics skills. And that thing is also that it's limited career paths if or you just learn a SQL. So if I were you, if I was supposed to start into my data analyst journey, one of the first few tools I will learn will probably be Excel, Power BI. If I understand that very well, I know how to pull like data using a CSV file, like that's a flat file. I know how to use very simple data sets that is not complex. I understand numerical variable, categorical variable. I understand those basic things. Then I will start to like, how can I upskill to learn like database? And a lot of times people will just want to learn all the old different flavors of SQL, and they just keep wasting their time and they keep asking themselves questions as to why have I not landed a data role. There are a lot of data roles out there that don't require you to use SQL. So if you're working for an organization or you're still starting out, I would not recommend you learn SQL first of all. So you could learn SQL. I know how to use SQL, but I'm just trying to say that make sure you learn your skill in the other priority. If you still want to go ahead to learn SQL, in my next video, I'm going to be talking about how to install SQL Server and also how to install SQL Server Management Studio. There are different flavors to SQL, but I'm going to be talking about how to install SQL Server and SQL Server Management Studio. If this video was a value for time, go to subscribe, like, and follow. Ciao.